Welcome to our presentation on the nervous system by Marissa Sanchez, Ashley Morales, and Manraj Baisla. First is the central nervous system. It is composed of the brain and the spinal cord. The function is that it integrates information from the entire body and controls the body's functions such as breathing, walking, thinking, and emotions. The CNS is very important and is therefore enclosed in bone. Brain is protected by skull, spinal cord is protected by spinal column, and both are covered by meninges. Next is the peripheral nervous system. It is composed of 12 pairs of cranial nerves that extend from the brain and 31 pairs of spinal nerves that extend from the spinal cord. The function is that it connects the central nervous system to sensory organs such as the eyes, ears, muscles, blood vessels, and glands. The PNS is divided into two additional nervous systems, the autonomic nervous system and the somatic nervous system. The somatic nervous system controls voluntary movement of the body's muscles, organs, and reflexes. The autonomic nervous system regulates automatic body functions such as heart rate, digestion, breathing, and pupillary responses. There are two parts, which are sympathetic, which is fight or flight, and parasympathetic, which is rest and digest. The structures of the central nervous system are the brain, which controls our thoughts, memories, movements of limbs, and the function of many organs within our body, and the spinal cord, which has electrical currents travel up and down the spinal cord, sending signals which allow different segments of the body to communicate with the brain. Structures of the peripheral nervous system. Cranial nerves. 12 pairs of cranial nerves originate from under the surface of the brain. They lead directly from the brain to various parts of the head, neck, and trunk. Some cranial nerves are involved in special senses, like sight, sound, taste, and others control muscles in the face and glands. Another structure is the spinal nerves. There are 31 pairs of spinal nerves, composed of both sensory and motor fibers. A pair of nerves are identical in function and structure, and each nerve of a pair serves half of the body. Now we will talk about the nerve impulse pathway in the body. There are 3 types of neurons. The first is sensory neurons. These receive impulses and carry them from the sense organs to the spinal cord or brain. Then there are interneurons, which connect sensory and motor neurons and interpret the impulse, only found in the brain and spinal cord. Then there are motor neurons. These carry impulses from the brain and spinal cord to muscles or glands. Sensory neurons receive an impulse at the dendrites, and the impulse is then carried to the cell body. The impulse travels through the cell body and down the axon to a collection of fibers that extend off the axon. A collection of fibers are known as the axon terminal. The impulse causes a chemical release at the synapse. Synapse is the space between the axon of one neuron and dendrites of another. This chemical release will stimulate an impulse in a nearby neuron. This impulse movement continues along the pathway in this manner. Axons are covered in myelin sheath, which allow an impulse to travel quickly. The nodes around the unmyelated areas, allow the impulse to jump from one node to the next. Thank you for watching our video, and we hope you have learned more about the nervous system.